So we're playing Pathfinder, Pirate Edition, if you will, on the high seas of High Sea, because we will be sailing on High Sea. Tell us about your characters. You guys haven't met each other yet, but before we actually have the party meet, just so everyone knows character names and like what your classes are. Chris, if you want to start us out.
Yep, I am Caspin. I am a male catfolk swashbuckler.
Yes, Puss in Boots, right?
Puss in Boots, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Antonio Banderas, nothing wrong with that. John, who are you playing?
So I'm playing, and I changed the name of my character on you guys, but the name that I gave originally is still in play. So I'm playing a Blood Rager, who is a half-orc. He looks mostly human, but he's definitely like a big dude. Let me switch my... And it's not the normal character that I play because I normally don't like a... Sorry, guys. I don't normally play like a melee character.
Yeah.
I try to usually play like something more ranged or support, just because I've always played those. But I wanted to try something different, so I'm playing a 6'5", 280-something pound half-orc Blood Rager that works a lot as a barbarian mixed with a sorcerer. Not very magical, but definitely some magical traits there. Instead of raging, essentially whenever they rage, it's really sort of a magical outlet. You want me to go into detail of background? Or?
I think that's good for now. And just to put in context, 6'5" in Pathfinder is freaking huge.
Yeah.
Like humans, I think are 5'4", 5'5" in Pathfinder. Like they're pretty. They're like me. They're not very big, but it's the medieval look, the medieval size. Owen, who are you playing?
They're ugly. Yeah.
I'm not saying they're ugly, dude. Come on. Okay, Owen, who are you playing?
Playing Pep Giganteus Blazekind. I'm a halfling gunslinger. I stand a tall 2'11", even though I will tell everybody that I am 3 feet tall.
Cool. So you got a gunslinger, a blood rager, a swashbuckler, and rounding out the party, Cassie, who are you playing?
Yeah, so I'm playing Mirabelle Ayers. I am a half-elf bard, normal height.
normal height for a halfling, right?
Half elf.
Half-elf.
Half-elf. Sorry, I thought you were halfling. Sorry, half-elf. I apologize.
I'm a half.
That's okay. So I'll fix tokens later. Right now, I threw in some temporary tokens to represent people when we do show maps. We'll fix up those later. I'll let you pick. If you can send me one that's like a PNG, then we can worry about that later. But just let me know everything's temporary today because we've never done this remote. So here we go.
Hey, real quick, can we do sound bites of everyone's name? And just like meaning, I didn't say my name. So I'm playing a Blood Rager named Dirk Swanson.
Chris?
I am playing Caspin, a catfolk swashbuckler.
Owen?
Pep Giganteus Blazekind.
Gunslinger, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then Cassie, what was your name?
Mirabelle, a half-elf.
Nice. So you find yourselves in the Gilded Flagon. Sorry, the Gilded Flagon. This is a local town in the town of Middle Bay. This is the place to be in Middle Bay. It is a lively. Whoops, you didn't see that. It is a lively tavern. Lots of people, and by lots of people I mean a handful of people hanging out and enjoying their drink. You are all meeting Casben, Chris's character, at the tavern. You've all been asked to meet him there.
So I'll be sitting down. I presume everyone's sitting down with me.
Yeah, I assume everybody kind of walks in. You guys can decide that.
Whenever I walk in, I look to kind of like take stock of the room. Obviously, I don't like. I know I'm looking for a catfolk, but what else do I see?
Roll perception.
Sure. Hi, dog. 13 plus. Shut the fuck up. 21.
21. Okay, so you see, while the tavern is usually very active, it doesn't seem to have that many people in it today. There are three people, including Chris, that are there. You have a bartender, female bartender, who is behind, giving out ale to everyone as well, and then you have a very overweight and fat dwarf sitting in the corner drinking.
Good. Well, I sigh heavily then and complain, like, where are all the ladies at? Being used to seeing a selection of women of which to pay for certain things. So after being a little bummed about that, I guess I grab one of those ales and then I go and sit down.
Okay. Do you go sit down with Chris? Because
yeah.
He's the only catfolk there. I'm assuming Chris, did you tell them? Did you describe yourself when you told them you were going to meet?
Yeah, I did a general description. Orange and white catfolk.
Okay.
I assume you're the feline I'm supposed to be sitting here with.
I take it yo Pep.
That's me.
Go
The
sit
one.
down. I think we're just waiting for a couple other people to join us. Got yourself a drink already, I see?
Yeah, but no women. I'm a little mad about that.
Yeah, I'm a little puzzled by that.
Dirk bursts through the door aggressively.
I'll allow it.
I don't mean he breaks the door. I mean he just like opens the door like Kramer.
Okay. So the bartender is startled by your sudden entry. The aleman who's giving out drinks stumbles a bit and completely drops his tray in response to the sound. The dwarf doesn't even bat an eye. He just keeps drinking.
I'm leaning over to Pep. I think that might be Dork.
You know, I had a feeling about it. No, he's a little big. Matches the.
I don't know if it's big.
So yeah, Dirk looks across the room and he sees a cat-like creature that's not a cat, and makes his way over there briskly, and says this.
Dork, I presume?
Yeah, I'm Dirk.
Yeah. I'm Caspin, and this here's Pep. We're gonna go sit down. We're waiting for Mirabelle to show up, and I think we're waiting for two people still. So we're just waiting for Schiff and Mirabelle still, I believe.
Schiff is Cass's character. Just FYI.
Shit is sick. Okay.
Other Cass, Cassandra Bradley's character.
Make things difficult.
That's why I was saying let's use character names.
Okay.
So Schiff is the other player. Maribel, you enter?
Yeah, Maribel saunters in through the door, and I wave at Caspin.
I go and wave back.
I make my way over to the table.
Yeah. Say, good to see you, Maribel. This here is Dork, and this here is Pep. Guys, this is Maribel.
Hey guys.
Give a hearty wave. Always liking female company.
So out of character, I'm asking, do we know what we're supposed to be meeting here for, or was this like the random, like, hey?
Chris has been giving has given you some information on the job. You guys have accepted the job, but he hasn't given you full information yet. So he has contacted you individually, but you don't know each other.
So I guess, do we know kind of? Was it just, hey, I have a job? There was no other details, like
It's I got a job, and you have a certain particular set of skills.
you know, I do have a particular set of skills.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
and they've contacted you for those skills. Chris knows. Casbin knows Maribel. The two of them worked together in the past, but everyone, like, no one else knows each other.
Okay, so I'm going to tell the group, we'll give Schiff a couple more minutes. If not, she can catch up with Ladle if she wants. And then we'll see a nice little time clock go and maybe a montage of someone drinking some stuff.
That's exactly right. Lots of drinking, various things. The ailman keeps coming by and refilling everyone's drink. The dwarf doesn't really say a lot. He just keeps sitting over in the corner. And the bartender kind of keeps looking around, expecting that there would be more people, but there aren't. Are you guys are all just drinking ale, or what are you drinking? I guess you should ask the ailman for that.
Technically, it's diet ginger ale, but what else?
Ooh.
Very good.
What?
Say it again.
Oh, I asked the ailman what are his choices.
We have Tulian ale, Tulian mead. We're out of Tulian brand.
One's the fanciest.
Well, I would recommend the brandy, but unfortunately, we're out. I would say the mead.
I will take whichever fanciest thing is left.
Sure, I'll bring that to you very quickly.
Do you have anything less warm?
No, everything we serve here is room temperature or above.
All right, so Dirk is just going to sit there and pound because this alcohol is not going to do anything down.
So there's a montage, so Shift doesn't show. You give her some time. She doesn't show. Honestly, I don't know if Shift is a boy or a girl. Either way, but Shift doesn't show up, which Chris, from what you've been told, that is not out of the ordinary for this person.
Yeah.
They're known for doing very well at their job, but they're also known for being very late and or just flaking out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So,
Are we talking about the character?
We're talking about the character. We are not
I hope
making
she sees this.
it's about people that we know. No, we are talking about specifically about the character. Schiff is known for not showing up, flaking out, or just being completely out of contact. So, Chris, if you want to fill in everyone on the job, did you get a look at the handout?
yeah, I printed it out.
Okay. Do you want me to show it to the class, or I have it here?
Yeah, if you put it up, that'd be easier then.
Okay. I didn't know if So here's the handout.
Yep.
If you guys can read
So,
that.
yep, I'll let you guys read it. I'll just presume it's in my lovely cat-like voice.
Yeah. So I'll read it for those who.
I'm gonna need the cat-like voice.
You're gonna read the cat-like voice?
No, I'm gonna need to hear the cat-like voice.
Chris, go ahead and read the note in your cat-like voice.
Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow.
So,
You damn well know a cat doesn't sound like that.
This is where I wish I was.
My cat is not impressed with that at all. She's like not even paying attention.
whatever. So for those who don't speak catfolk, the note says, Casman, thank you for confirming your contract with us. Below are the details on the job. You'll need a skilled thief as well as some guns and muscle, just in case things get out of hand. The Tulian Ale Company has a shipment of brandy that is being delivered to the Gilded Flagon. We need you to divert that to us. Bring the casks and bottles to Middle Bay. You can meet one of our company at Dock 7, where the bandbreaker will be ready to receive. Oliver Lug.
Well, no wonder they don't have any brandy.
Didn't they want to have any ale?
Only ale, all out of brandy.
So this is a heist.
This is a heist.
Yep.
Yeah.
GTA bitches.
Yep. So that is your mission.
What are we getting paid? Since I don't see that in set contract, Mr. Catman.
Besides the bar tab you're picking up, I say intimidatingly.
So, Chris, you were told that you would. Well, I should say, player to player. Chris, you were told that you were going to be given 1,000 gold pieces for the job.
No.
That's up to you how you would divvy that up as a, not player knowledge, not character knowledge.
Yeah.
So if you want to, it's your call on how you divvy that up and what you tell people.
Yeah. So we'll be taking after administrative fees and supplies. We'll be divvying up 900 between us. If Shift shows up, she'll get some of that shield. If she doesn't show up, she gets nothing. Otherwise, it'll be split between the four of us.
Well, let's see. Carry the 2. I don't have my math skills in front. I don't know. Actually, I don't remember how smart my character is.
So that's 225 each. If Shift is does not show up to help out. If Shift does show up, it's 180.
Yep.
Yeah. I suppose.
Well, not bad, but should be a quick, half night's walk, I figure.
Yeah.
So is there a hazard pay with a muscle? Because I don't think I'm feeling like sharing everything equally. Like I'm going to be in front of everything.
It's an even split. Take it or leave it.
Does that apply to me too, old buddy Caspin?
I need to look into how that'll if you can.
I'll do a gentle wink towards Melbelt and be like,
Take it or leave it. All right. Even split. Wink, wink.
So I'm gonna look in later on to see how persuasion and bluffs, how that works between players, because I don't know, I feel like there should be a way to kind of influence. But anyways, so
Yeah.
because
So this is player. By the way, if I can, but we can work that out later because I wouldn't want to do that. I'm not, even though I'm a big brutish character, he's actually not too stupid. So.
Sure. So yeah, we'll work on that later. For now, let's say you did intimidate, and it didn't really have that much of an effect. Because cats don't care.
Yeah, and I do have a bluff +8, so I feel I'd be fairly convincing, even if I rolled anything besides
Yeah, I think that may be how. Yeah,
You stare and slowly knock his L off the table.
that would be my job. Yes, I'd be like, looking at you the whole time.
So you have your mission. What do you do now?
Well, how long do we have until we're supposed to go? What time is it right now?
So it is late afternoon, early evening. On what day is it?
And
I put that in here.
What did that note say? At 7.
Yeah, at Dock 7. So basically, you're wanting to meet them the next day at the dock. It's like late afternoon, early evening. You're going to meet probably late morning to early afternoon the next day.
I'd like to, before we actually follow through for the rest of the evening and the meetup in the next day, I would like to try to get more information about what my character wants to do. So are we breaking from the table right now, or are we leaving the bar? What's happening?
That is your call.
I would actually like to talk to the bartender. I'm trying to look real quick. So I'm going to use diplomacy on the bartender and ask him, so when are you going to get more brandy in anytime soon?
So go ahead and roll for that. First of all, she's going to be offended that you called her a man.
Oh, okay, that's not my fault. You did not disclose. The last picture you showed was clearly a fat guy with like 6 mugs.
That was the ailment, and that is her help.
Rolled for perception first.
Yeah. So diplomacy was 14.
14?
Yep.
So you're asking when?
Yeah, when you guys get some more of that fantastic brandy in that I've heard so much about?
Well, we're supposed to get a shipment tomorrow, but sometimes they can be a little late. I'd probably check back tomorrow afternoon. Usually comes in at night or early morning.
Awesome. Well, I think me and my friends will be back to check out that brandy then. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Great service tonight, and give a little bit of a tip of. We never discussed how much gold do we have to begin with, y'all.
I didn't divvy that up for the crew. Oh, and how much did you start with? It's different for every person, right? It should have generated it on the app.
Yeah, I rolled for mine separately. I think I came out to about an average of what everyone gets when you start.
Okay.
I had like 145 or so, 150. But I've already spent some of mine to pick up gear.
Okay, so if you haven't bought gear, then say 150 minus whatever gear you purchased.
Okay.
Yeah, under each class, there's like a rolling thing for like what you roll for gold. So I have like 105 right now.
Yeah.
Is this a place that that we're kind of like from, or at least hang around? Not from necessarily, but hang around. Like, have I been to this town before?
You have. It's not a huge harbor town, but it has a decent amount of traffic that goes through it, and because of your professions, you tend to hang out there every now and then.
So I would know like the bartender's name, right? What's her name?
You would know her, Tula.
Tula? So after Caspin's done talking, I walk up to Tula and like, oh my dear, like where is my normal company that I would come in here for?
So she says, Pep, I haven't seen you in a long time. What are you doing?
Well, you can see more of me if you'd like.
Let's talk about that later.
Okay. But yeah, where are the other normal, friendly people?
So she tells you about there was some recent like partying that went on. There was a sporting event over the past weekend, and because of the excitement, a lot of people are still let's say dehydrated after that, and some wagons have been burned. There was a lot of rejoicement after that. So she says like, business will probably pick up tonight or tomorrow, but I wouldn't count on it. And all of your usual friends were up really late, so I wouldn't count on seeing them for a while. And she winks at you.
Well, in that case, I ask her what time she's getting off tonight then.
So do you say when or with who?
Well, we already know with who.
So she says, "I've got a long night ahead of me. Let's do a rain check."
Okay, Tula, you minx.
She goes back to restocking and cleaning out all the mugs.
So while that conversation was happening, I just want to like set the time frame. And I don't want to interrupt Owen if you want to do more, but I do want to say that when Pep went to go talk to the bartender, Dirk went to go talk to Caspian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So same time conversation between Caspian and Dirk. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Owen, Pep, were you done?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna give her like the normal tip of like a silver piece.
Right.
And I flick that on the counter and I tell her I'll catch her next time.
And so I come up to Caspian and I say, "Hey, Caspian."
Hey,
Because Dirk's a little bit of a dick, but he's not like just mean and angry. He's just kind of a jerk. So can you be what you need me to do on this job? If I need to prepare, I need to know what's coming.
no, yeah, that's fair enough. So our plan is to, when people get back, but essentially we kind of need you to help stop the horse carriage in with the ale, and help us kind of keep everything under control, and while we go ahead and hijack it, if you will, and move it someplace else. I think between we might need your help a little bit with blocking the road, if you will. Maybe we'll all work together, but kind of come up with a plan here. But I'm thinking if we go ahead and block the road, force them to stop, and we just go ahead and kick the drivers out and take it.
Yeah, I can bend the law a little bit, but I have no interest in murdering people to take their stuff.
No. There's no need to kill people. I don't think. There's absolutely no reason to kill anyone in this scenario. The contract is just to simply get the merchandise. I don't see any reason why we can't do that without with no killing involved.
Are the other two of us hearing this conversation? Like, are we close enough?
So
It wasn't.
Maribel?
It was intended to be a little bit more of a quieter conversation.
Sure. I just didn't know how big of a place this is. And then I also know where Maribel went. So
it's big enough. It's big enough that if Pep is over here, make sure I'm moving the right person here. Pep is over here.
oh, this is cool.
Then you guys are kind of hanging out over here.
Okay.
So it's large enough that you probably wouldn't hear, if they wanted to be quiet, you wouldn't hear them. But if they yell across or speak a little loud, you could hear them.
Hey, is there any way you could leave the map up on this week?
Map up on what?
On the other channel? On your
no, because it's on a different. Hold on.
Because I have a thumbnail for it. That's why I was like, if it's got a feed, maybe we could put that up as like an image. It's just a thought.
I like the idea.
That way we could always like.
That's for next time.
Alternatively, if you could just send us the map.
with details of where everything's going to be on the map would be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk over towards Maribel.
Hi.
Hey. So what do you think of this group? Do you think we can get this done?
I don't know. I hardly know him.
Yeah. Well, what's your gut feeling though?
No. But what other choice do we have?
Yeah, I know. Hopefully this will be a quick and easy job.
Could I do like a move silently since I'm nice and short?
Yeah, if you have a, I guess roll for that.
Yeah.
You're trying to roll up close to them.
Yeah. Is it move? What is it? Stealth? Okay. 12.
12. Okay. As you kind of saunter closer, slowly, but the boards slightly creak as you do it, and you can hear the scuff of your boots.
I like do it like super obvious because it's just how I am. Like dude. Glad somebody knew where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and try
together.
Okay. Everyone's back. Okay.
So your choice, like where you want to go from here, and all that.
Tell everyone real quick the rough plan. So, you guys, this is the kind of plan we've got etched out. The plan is to go ahead and barricade the road a little bit, get the carriage to stop with the brandy. Go ahead and, without killing them, remove the driver and any gold, put them off to the side, maybe might have to tie them up. Then go ahead and take this brandy down to the dock and get paid. Anybody have anything we want to add, or anything else that you know from this town?
Will the people who supplied this contract, will they happen to miss one of those bottles of brandy?
They don't know how much is on. Well, we can't guarantee they don't know how much is on that shipment.
Well, if one of those bottles happens to go missing, I'll just let you deal with it then.
Okay, fair enough. So the shipment's supposed to be coming in tonight. I think the next time we should probably find out real quick will this Tulian Ale Company is, so we kind of know for sure which road they might be coming on. I'm actually coming down the main road, but we might want to ask around and get that information real quick.
You could do a knowledge. If anyone has knowledge history.
Or knowledge, would it be history or would it be more of the area?
I'll go with either one for different reasons.
I have knowledge local.
What?
Let's do knowledge local.
Okay. Roll 20.
Ooh.
It's our first roll, guys. Yeah.
You get a perception.
So I got 19 on knowledge local.
Okay, so Tulian Ale Company is like one of the larger distributors of alcohol. It's basically it's almost like the McDonald's in this world, where they deliver everything. You know, you have but alcohol. So like that's a known place. It's a known distributor of alcohol, and the places that serve it only serve it. And you know from your knowledge that the factory, or the I guess distillery, is northwest of this town.
All right. So I just read off that Wikipedia article to everyone. Say maybe we should try the road heading towards the northwest.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and move that way to scout it out if anybody wants to join me. Unless you guys need to pick up any supplies. I've got rope already and some torches if we need. And I got my...
What, are you going to burn a witch or something? Or...
that's how you find out the witch, right? You light them on fire. If they burn, they're obviously a witch. If they don't burn, they're innocent.
Sounds legit.
How they roll?
Yeah, I was going to look at this on the road. You know, we can always light something on the fire, a tree on fire, something like that for distraction. But
Are there any specialty shops like above the normal?
There's a general store and a blacksmith. There aren't any specialty shops in this town.
Okay.
Most of the buildings are owned by people who just do business in and out, but they don't actually sell out of their store. Warehouses and such.
Well, I suppose without my usual form of entertainment, I guess I have nothing better to do than go check this out.
Okay.
So you guys are going to.
So,
Is everybody else going?
yeah, Doc, are you gonna come with us?
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
Okay. So I say we'll go ahead and I'll go and take care of this, you guys. I'm going to tab out, pay the bill for everyone at the ball.
Okay. So,
yeah, expected as much.
So the tab hold. So for drinking all night only cost 10 gold.
Okay.
Between so only 10 for you for paying that.
Okay.
So you
big spender.
what's that? Cheap?
I said, look at you, you big spender.
Yeah. You guys leave the comforts of the Gilded Flagon out to the streets of Middle Bay. And you said you were going to the Northwest Road. Are you doing anything before you leave?
I'm all set unless they need me to take a pit stop on the way.
Can I pose a question to the group of how we intend to barricade said road?
I was thinking a tree or something along those lines. I was going to check out the road, see what's along it.
Okay.
I point at the Blood Rager, and I'm like, well, he's the size of a tree. Just put him in the middle of the road. Of course, everybody.
How big is this road? Have we discussed?
How big is the road?
Yeah.
Well,
We'll discover soon.
yeah, you're still in town right now.
Oh, okay.
We haven't
I was
pursued.
asking, are you doing anything before leaving town?
Well, so okay. Here's the question. Dirk is asking. Do you know how big the road is where we're going? I'm not as familiar.
Do you happen to know by any chance?
Do I need to roll for local knowledge?
Geography?
I don't know.
No.
Anyone have anyone have knowledge of geography?
I got +1.
I have +1 for that.
Yeah, let me.
Do you have to have the skill trained to actually use that?
No,
Not if it's a class skill.
not if it's class, yeah.
Wait, you're a bard. You get all that,
Yeah.
all the knowledge stuff.
Just
She just doesn't have any ranks.
Yeah. I'm up in Arcana and local.
Okay. But you
I don't know. That's
still have +1.
+5.
I do
You
have
still have +1, so it's not bad. It's worth a shot.
Okay, let's find out about roads.
8.
It probably is made of dirt of different sizes.
Let me tell y'all a thing. The road will probably be dirt.
One thing, I guess, before we walk out of there in town. So, since we don't really have much in the way of magic users, the bard has 1 heal spell. But is there what kind of things heal you in this world? Is it potions? Is there
Potions and bandages.
okay?
I was gonna say ale.
Is there a alchemist around?
There is not. There is a general store
Okay.
that may have something.
Okay.
But
I'll check the general store then before heading out.
And
See if they have any potions or I guess some bandages too. Whatever. See what kind of healing things they have.
let me find my table on that.
Looks like 25 gold.
Oh, you found it?
For
25 gold for a potion?
Yeah, for level 0, which heals minor wounds.
And I don't know if bandages are in here because I'm kind of doing that on the fly.
Sure.
It's going to do the same. It's going to do the same thing as a potion for about the same.
25
No,
gold.
let's do, hold on. What was the healing for a level 0 potion?
One second. It says minor 01 through 20. So I presume that means that doesn't make any sense.
Is it Cure Minor or Cure Light?
Let me try to find a different one. Let me try to find something different on that. I'm not sure how much I trust what that's telling me.
It's generally like 1d6 or 1d8. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
Like Cure, because Cure Light Wounds is the level 1, and Cure Light Wounds is 1d8 plus 1 point per caster level, so just 1d8 if it was just a potion, I guess.
Yeah. WebMD. No, I don't want WebMD.
Be awesome if there was WebMD for like D&D. Put in your. You may already be dead.
Put in what ails you.
Great, I'm pregnant.
So we'll say bandages are 10 gold and it's 1d4.
1d4. How many do I get for 10 gold?
You get 1.
What? You're a ripoff, General. No, so is there a cleric in there?
There's a cleric.
Could I attempt to? I don't know. What would be haggling?
I guess that would be off persuasion. I don't know what that would be off of, what that would be considered. It's not bluffing.
Diplomacy or?
Let's go diplomacy because it's not intimidation.
Okay, I'd like to try and get a better deal on like 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, like a bulk discount?
Yeah, I mean, just because it's expensive for one dude. Like, an 11.
How much?
11.
11. He says, "Tell you what, I'll give you a deal. It's 1 for 10 and 3 for 30."
Oh, take it.
Yeah.
I say extremely sarcastically, but yeah, I'll go ahead and take 3 bandages.
Okay.
And you said that's 1d4?
Yeah, it's 1d4.
Okay.
And John, do you buy anything while you're there? Or are you good?
I'll go ahead and buy some bandages from them, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to buy just a couple bandages.
I don't know how much gold I have.
Just somewhere like 150.
Yeah, 150.
How much did the physical, Patrick?
Before.
It's 1 for 10, 3 for 30.
So,
Can I, let me...
sorry.
Oh wow, what a crazy deal!
It is pretty awesome.
Just tap on your gold.
How much does 2 cost?
You just do 150.
For you, 25.
How many do you want?
Really? I'd like to roll for intimidate.
Go for it.
Wait, he gets a discount?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
2 for 25.
That's a 7.
What's your bonus to intimidate?
My bonus to intimidate is also a 7.
No.
So 14.
14.
Yeah.
So he goes, okay, 2 for 20, 2 for 20.
Oh, okay. I like that I could talk you down to a normal price.
No need to. You want to.
I'll buy 2 for 20.
You get to
I'm
cash
going
it.
to roll for diplomacy real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it doesn't stop.
Got a natural 20.
Really?
How do we know?
One second, let me move the camera.
We're listening. We're listening on this. We need to see this. He got a 20. All right. So he says, "Tell you what, you guys are buying a lot of bandages. I'll go ahead and give you. Each another one for free."
Okay, so I'll go and buy 3 and get my 1 for free.
Yep.
And then and that applies to the whole group, right? The
Yep.
1 for free, so everyone gets 1. buy 3 get 1 free.
Yeah. Or buy X get 1 free. He doesn't really like. John bought 2. He's throwing in 1 for free.
Okay, cool.
Cassie, do you need any bandages or potions or anything? You currently have clothes, but you have no weapons, right?
I gave her a couple while we were waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
works.
would partake of said bandages as well.
Fantastic.
2. So
Okay.
a third free. And how much would that cost me?
20.
Sure.
All right. Does everyone have weapons?
Yeah, as a out of character, who has weapons? Because I went in, I got a deductive for my go, but I bought myself a sword ahead of time. It's a regular long sword.
I have my gun that I've carried with me, and then I have a sword for if my gun breaks that I never use.
How about a great sword?
I gave her a
Short bow and a rapier?
yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a dagger. I have a rapier.
Felt it was piratey.
It sounds like an adverb, anyways.
No.
I have a broadsword, I guess. I have a 9-ring broadsword.
He invented it, so you have to have it.
It's a common weapon, supposedly. So
You do like new.
What's your damage, Chris?
D. We'll get back. 1d8.
Cool. So I think I did the attack bonus right. I'm not 100% certain, but my attack bonus should be my modifier plus my CM plus my base attack bonus. I think. Is that what yours is?
Yeah, I have to remember when we get to combat. I'm going to have to refresh myself on what does what, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry to derail. Just
Okay, so everyone set with weapons and walls up to head out?
yeah.
Right.
So the road's made of dirt. Is that what I understand?
Yep,
So-
it's a plain old-fashioned dirt road.
Okay.
In rain, it would be mud.
Kind of what I was getting at.
How's the sky look, Patrick?
Roll perception.
Seriously?
He's asking.
Can't I just fucking look up?
That's how you look up.
You gotta perceive it.
11.
You see that there are a couple clouds, but you don't know if it's gonna rain.
They still during the day, though, right?
Yeah, it's like afternoon.
So I can see if they, decent enough on the horizon. I don't like it's not like a big thundercloud coming at me, right?
You see that there are clouds. They're not a lot of clouds, though.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. I equipped my weather bug app and activated it.
All right, so we're done. Are we done at the general store?
Yeah, I'm done if everyone else is.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say let's go and head out to check this road out and see what we come up with a way to block this thing.
All right. So you venture off into the forest. You see the road is, varying with between 10, 15 feet or so. A couple every now and then you see. Sorry, that shouldn't do that. On horseback every now and then, but it's 10 to 15 feet across.
Do we see any? I'm gonna roll for perception to see if I see fallen trees, loose rocks, that kind of stuff around. Big branches, fun stuff like that. I just have that up so I remember what I had. So that's 18.
18? Okay, so further down, Further down the road, you see a tree that looks, excuse the view here. You see a tree that looks like it could be felled relatively easily.
Okay.
So, sorry, that would be kind of it would look like this. There's kind of a dead tree along the side of the road. It's a large tree, though.
Yeah. Is it big enough that if it close enough to the road that if we cut it down, would it fall onto the road, or we would have to maybe move it around?
No, if you took it down, then it'd probably fall into the road.
Okay. So I say, what we got thoughts about taking down that tree and blocking the road with that?
Well, I'm too short to do that, so you guys have fun.
A rapier won't cut a tree.
That sounds like a me problem.
Yeah, Dork. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I'll take a swing. No one?
So, John, do you have a sword? Or you just have a sword, not an axe, right?
I have a sword. I don't have an axe.
You do not have an axe?
I do not have an axe. Should have
Okay.
bought one. It's a good time to buy one, I guess.
You'd have to go back into town to do that if you want to do that.
I can't use my greatsword.
You can use.
Are there any? Is there sort of a hill or anything? Are there like boulders or any?
What else did I see? I wrote a pretty good perception. Did I see anything else to that?
Yeah, hold on. I mean, there are some larger rocks you probably could lift. If you wanted to try to lift one of the larger rocks, to use that. So you're gonna have to roll. I'm just gonna say a strength check to be able to lift it, and then if you want to hit it with the rock, roll like it'd be like a brawling, or your regular attack modifier plus the rock. So just roll.
How long did it take us to get here from town?
So it's been about an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Okay.
Could do the whole old
How-
England distress trick.
I'm
So
gonna
if I'm doing a strength check,
Yeah,
you just
that's to lift the boulder.
what? Can I intimidate it?
You certainly can try.
Let's see. So are we going based off of my ability score or off of the modifier?
Or what?
It's going to be your modifier. Hold on, no, it's a strength check. What ability are you talking about?
You said my ability score is my score for strength. My strength is 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the ability score is 4. That's why I'm like, are we going to use the ability? I mean, the ability
It's gonna be
modifier.
It'd be around +4 or whatever on your string.
Yeah, exactly. Should be, what is that, 22? You're going to roll 20 plus, it's going to be a 20 plus your modifier, which is 4. So roll a d20 plus the 4.
That makes sense then. Yeah. All right.
It's just like skill checks, basically.
Exactly.
That's what I thought, but I played a bard for like, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Street checks.
Well, these checks don't come in that often. They're almost general checks if there isn't a specified, boulder picking up skill. Okay, so 15 plus 4.
Yeah, 19.
All right, so you struggled a little bit, but you lifted up the boulder onto your shoulder.
Damn. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to haul it over and get it into the. You said the road's about 10 to 15 feet wide.
Yeah, so this part's around somewhere around that. Yeah,
Okay.
call it 15, I think. Find it. Let me see if I have
I start making flexing gestures just to be encouraging.
Thanks, Dick. And all right, so I guess I'll go ahead and try to hurl the roll the boulder sort of like off me.
Okay, and onto the tree.
I think he's onto the road.
Onto the road is where I was going.
We've gone onto the road.
Wait, is the tree down already?
No. I thought you were picking up a boulder to hit the tree with.
No, I'm not an idiot.
Okay, so you're just gonna put the boulder in the middle of the road?
I was going to put the boulder in the middle of the road. It gives us basically we could less of a less area to have to work with.
Okay.
How wide is this boulder?
I mean,
It's about 3 to 4 feet in diameter.
Okay.
good healthy size.
So planning on getting multiple boulders?
Well, I was gonna, but I don't think so now.
Man, that's a nice boulder.
Thanks, man.
I'm gonna call it Colorado.
This is now a street boulder.
Get it?
Yeah.
All right, so you drop the boulder in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else got any bright ideas?
Well, like I was saying, we have this here woman, and I don't know about most men, but if they're anything like me, they tend to be a little bit distracted by the female sorts, I guess, unless they like men. But
It's a skill.
could do the damsel in distress. I guess she could be leaning against this nice boulder that we now have. Like, oh no, my horse ran away. Or something to that effect.
What do you think, Bell?
Good boulder.
Maybe you could hide behind the boulder.
No, I think that's for us.
I mean, I can hide behind the boulder.
That's what I meant.
Sure.
Yeah, so you're gonna hide behind the boulder, Pep?
Yeah, but that's still not going to make the cart stop. The whole damsel in distress is so the cart will stop.
Yeah, I was appending your plan,
Oh, okay.
not replacing it.
It's a little hard to hear down here, so you're going to have to speak up sometimes.
So, Mel Bell, what do you think? You think you could be a little bit of a decoy?
I think I could do that. I have daze. Does that do anything?
The spell?
Yeah.
It
Not
could,
really.
it could potentially, but not especially. No.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't want to do that to yourself.
If we're in combat, it
Okay.
might do something.
Then if Pep hides behind the portal, and I'll be off to the side of the road behind a tree, and then Dolk be behind another one of the trees. Yeah, and position ourselves. We come in from behind a little bit.
Okay, let me bring up the map.
No, we don't need giant trees, do we? We just need like some big-sized branches that are kind of in the way, enough to
Yeah,
make
exactly.
them
That's
stop.
what I was thinking. Just branches.
Well, I mean, if we're going to
Really
do
big branches.
I don't think we need the branches, because we're doing both the branches and the damsel. I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite obvious what we're doing.
Yeah.
There's already a large boulder in the middle of the road, by the way, because of.
I have a pretty good bluff. Being
Okay.
attacked by a boulder and some branches.
Okay. So let's take a look at the map.
There's no tree down your map shop.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Can you change that?
As usual, we change Patrick's plans.
Yeah, you did. So pretend that's a boulder, and Chris, you said you're off in the trees.
Yep.
So put you over there, and then Dirk, where are you?
Oh God, I don't know where Dirk's gonna. Is there a tree big enough that he can sort of like get behind, or like a thing of bushes he can kneel behind?
Yeah, there's a larger tree right around here, so I can drop you back here.
If you were my size, you'd always be kneeling behind the bush.
Ah.
Is that it?
That's my wife.
Oh, I didn't hear what she said, but
What did she say?
The window.
All right, and
some of us have to go up, some of us go down. It's whatever.
yeah.
I'll
We're
be back in 1 quick second, and Molly needs help getting inside.
I'm just under 3 feet tall, so if that boulder is 4 feet tall, then or wide.
So you have positioned yourself around the boulder, which looks like a tree here. And Mirabella's on the northwest side of that because you assume that's the road that they're going to come from. And after a set amount of time, a wagon appears. Oops, that's not it. And
Do you have the Oregon Trail theme? Like,
that would be awesome. Why did they move over there?
Roll for dysentery.
Does it really die of dysentery before they get to us?
They could, but they're actually doing pretty well in their game of Oregon Trail. So they're used to it. You're used to it by now. So as you see the wagon approach, 4 individuals. Yes.
okay. I just need the effect there.
And you can tell one of them may or may not have dysentery.
Right. Don't tell.
Right. So they the wagon
Roll
approach.
for dysentery.
Roll for dysentery. Just getting close to them.
We should have made a river and made them followers of the river. That would have got them full.
So there are 2 people on the wagon and 2 people kind of walking beside it.
I try and get their attention. Say, hi, y'all.
So the wagon slows down because of the large boulder and the lady in the road. They stop and say, "Did you put that boulder there?"
How could I put that boulder there? I am so small and helpless.
Yeah, that checks out. So
In fact, I'm so helpless. The boulder scared off my prized pony, and I'm stuck. Here.
roll for bluff.
Okay.
You can't just roll for hotness.
You should roll for hotness too.
16.
Bluffing. He's bluffing hotness.
Yeah, bluffing hotness. Yeah. Sorry, 16.
Yes.
So one of the men who swordsman who's kind of beside the wagon asks, "Well, which way did the horse go?"
I was so shocked and confused, I didn't see. It must be around here somewhere, though. If y'all would be kind enough to help me look for it.
All right. So that'd be a persuasion.
What is persuasion?
You have persuasion on that, right? I thought that was a skill.
It is. No, it's
Yeah.
not. Diplomacy, I think.
Yeah, we'll do diplomacy.
Yeah, I think that's just diplomacy.
Yeah, we'll do diplomacy off that. Sorry. I'm playing too much Skyrim.
What happens if I roll a 16 and it has +5?
21.
21.
If you ever roll a 20, it's a natural 20,
Okay.
so that means you automatically succeed, but everything else is just addition and subtraction.
Okay, well, I got 21 for diplomacy, so let's diplomat the shit out of this.
Yes, you. So the swordsman who you were talking to goes back and talks to the driver. They're kind of nodding. You can kind of hear them discussing the perils of your situation, and you can hear they look like they're in agreement. The swordsman you talk to comes back over and says, "We're going to split up and help you find your pony, and we have to make a delivery, but we're already ahead of schedule, so I think we're okay."
Oh, well, thank you all kindly.
Leaving just the driver.
So I'm going to go ahead and let me roll for stealth.
Yeah,
No.
you all will need to roll for stealth.
Even if we're not moving it?
They're moving around you
Okay.
because she just asked them to go look for her pony.
I got a 24.
Okay.
14.
Okay. I'm going to give you a bonus because you are behind a big rock.
Because
I'll give you a little bonus there. And John, what did you roll? I see you rolled, but I can't see what it is. It's a 10. All right.
Mike.
What's his modifier, though?
You have a modifier for stealth, John?
No.
His sign says be right back, so I don't think he'll... That would... I think that says B or B, just backwards now.
That's it.
Never mind.
There's a hand.
That's a hand.
Oh.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the finger.
Okay, so you rolled a 10 for stealth.
Yeah, I don't have stealth, so.
Okay, so
That's a Pokemon giant.
all right. So
But can I have a bonus just for being behind the tree already?
I'll give you a bonus for being behind the tree, but it may not be enough. We'll see what happens. So everyone starts to kind of spread out and look around. So the only person who's left visible near the cart is the driver.
I'm going to begin to walk my way up towards the driver.
Okay, and I'm counting your
24
stealth check on that. I'm counting your stealth check on that. So do you go beside the cart, or where do you go?
Yeah, beside it.
Okay, and
Can I do the same?
yeah, you can do that. John, are you going to move, or are you staying behind the tree?
I mean, you said that my stealth may not be good enough. Am I still like behind cover?
You're still behind cover.
Or was that roll to determine like if I was going to stay stealth when moving?
That's a good question. I was kind of counting that as they're moving, if they're going to see you. So that's going to count towards if you don't move. If you want to move now, then you can re-roll for stealth because you're going to have to reposition yourself. It's a unique situation.
Got you. Can I see?
You can't see what you're going to roll and then decide not to roll it. Nice try.
Let me do an intuition check. That was a joke.
You're doing what?
An intuition check. I'm gonna, weirdly enough, I think I'm gonna climb the tree since they're kind of moving around us.
What? You mean acrobatics?
No, it's climb.
That's what, isn't that acrobatics?
There is a climb. No, there is a
Climb
climb
skill.
skill.
Okay.
Which is a class skill, but
All right, go for it. Go
Yeah.
for climb. What do we got? What do we got for climb?
If it's not something else, I'm going to be up to it.
3 plus 8, so it's 11. Great.
All right,
So
So
I
you-
climb and I just break a branch off.
yeah, you break some branches. You're able to climb up, and as you do it, you're breaking branches. And the ranger who was kind of over here, you assume it's a ranger, someone with a bow, hears and starts walking your way. But you are above that person. They just heard a bunch of branches.
Does the driver appear to be armed?
The driver is armed.
Okay. Does this work like the real world, where if I point a gun at his head and shut the fuck up? Would they?
It's gonna be an intent.
That's an intent. Okay. I'm not big enough to shove him. So, with the boulder as it stands right now, can the cart get around the boulder or anything, or would we be doing it, or is our plan to go a different direction? I actually don't know.
So if you would bet that they'd probably try to move the boulder, and they may be able to go around it, but it's not going to be very easy for their cart.
Okay. So it's not like a fast thing. All right.
They're not going to be able to. If they went that way, they wouldn't be able to do it very quickly.
What about this other road that goes the other direction?
There is a road that goes south, but it does not go to Middle Bay.
Okay. Is that where Craig told us to take it? I thought we were like rerouting it.
No, you're rerouting quotation marks the cargo.
Okay.
How big is the wagon? Like, can I climb onto the back of it behind the driver?
You can. The top of the wagon is maybe 6 feet, so you'd have to do a climb to get on top.
Yeah. So acrobatics.
If you want to try acrobatics, if you want to do some flair, that's fine.
Yeah. I'll have to do that, please.
It's a cat,
Yeah.
You're a cat, so you're not going to climb it. You're just going to pounce, and if you hit it, you hit it.
Nah, I pretend like I really do that and then lick myself.
Exactly.
17.
17. Okay, so you leap onto the wagon, and your cat-like reflexes let you land easily, and you did not disturb the driver.
Okay. How close behind him am I? Like within striking distance?
So if you sneak up behind him, then you'll be able to attack him.
Okay. So what I want to do is come up behind him and put my sword in his throat and tell him.
Okay.
Was I able to see like what he did as far as getting on top? Okay.
Yeah, you can see it because he was on the other side. He popped up onto the top.
Okay.
So you can see that he's now on top of the wagon, and you can see him crawling over to the.
So then, what I would like to do is simultaneously, like, kind of get into the seat next to him.
Okay.
Point my gun at him.
Okay. All right. So, Chris, roll for intimidate because you're both gonna. You both would roll. So
Yeah.
Chris, roll first.
I got a nice 7 though.
You got a 7. Oh, very nice. Okay.
Did I get a bonus for the fact my sword's in his throat?
There may be one, but I don't know. We'll see how much that is.
Yeah.
13.
13.
Cassie wanted to know if she can also simultaneously, like, now point her bow at him and do the same gesture.
Yeah. So Cassie, you can do that too.
Okay.
So this is one of those things where you can do
This
like
is a group effort. This is a group effort. So I'm gonna.
21.
Nice.
There we go. Okay. So the driver was kind of scoffing at the sword and the gun, but Cassie's like movement with her bow. He's like, oh, hold on, I have been hoodwinked here, and I don't know what's going to happen at this point. So he slowly raises his hands.
What kind of weapon is it? Is it a sword that he has, or?
Yeah, he has a sword and he has a gun.
Okay, I'd like to take his gun.
Okay.
Just
Okay. It's about what you have, the same model as you have, similar make.
I'm just taking his weapon.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm taking the gun because I know what to do with it. I just assume everybody else will.
That makes sense.
And then I slide his sword out and I hand it to Chris.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna go ahead and kick over my rope over to Owen.
yeah,
Okay.
Hey, let's make sure we're using character names.
Oh, sorry. Kick my rope over to Pep.
Pep. So, sir, if you could kindly, since I'm a little bit stature challenged here, if you could put your hands just a little bit lower for me, that'd be great.
So he lowers his hands to let you tie his hands.
As he does it, I'm letting him know, everything's gonna go smooth. You'll be left alive. You can go home tonight to your family. No problems.
Well, one problem, we're taking your card, but no problem.
One little problem, because he's short.
So So, over by my tree where I'm at, is that guy? Can I see that? Is he like walking near the?
She's now further off away from the tree. She kind of brushed off the idea of the branches. You're hoping that it's because she thinks that may be the pony. That's her.
I hate when those ponies climb trees.
Okay, so I mean, she is further away now. If you want to leave from there, you're going to need to do a stealth check if you want to go towards the wagon, though. And Maribel, are you going towards the wagon? Are you gonna? Yep.
Sick.
We're gonna somehow need him to move that rock.
Yes, I'm gonna head towards the wagon.
Okay.
Do we know where that other road goes to?
The other road goes south of Middle Bay. There.
The road that comes back around.
Yeah, it does. You don't know of any road that would connect back into Middle Bay at that point.
Thought all roads led back to Middle Bay. Come on.
A lot of roads lead to Middle Bay, in one way or another.
But not all, and that's the town slogan.
What is this? Rome? No, come on. It's Middle Bay. It's not a posh name like Rome.
How tight of a maneuver is it to go around the bottle?
You would need to do it carefully. You're not going to be able to speedily get through because of the boulder there. You should be able to do it if you do it slowly.
Would ride benefit that?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like an extra piece of like rope or something, kind of like tie around the guy's mouth,
Okay.
and then I'm going to like put all my weight into like shoving him off of the cart, and just, like leave him on the side of the road there. I'm
Okay.
like, don't worry, your friends, they'll come get you.
Strength check on shoving him out.
Straight.
Combat maneuver, CMB if you got it.
Oh yeah, CMB on a halfling.
Yeah.
It's great.
Counts against. What are we looking at?
10.
And so you shove him to get him out of the wagon. He doesn't fall, but he gets the hint, so he kind of shuffles off.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate the help.
Do we know basically what Dork is at? You went off to that general direction. Do we see him? Or do we have any idea where he's at?
He's asking the Owen and I should say Pep and Maribel. He's asking you as characters.
Oh.
I know Dork is off by that tree over there, but I don't see him now.
Yeah, he's up in a tree. You guys didn't see him climb the tree though.
Maybe we should get a banana, and maybe that'll get him out of the tree.
We don't know he's in the tree.
You don't know he's in the tree.
No.
Yeah, because he never rolled for to get down, did he? Before it looks like he dropped off.
He did not. So whatever you guys decide, we're gonna like simultaneously. Whatever he decides to do, we'll time it at that. So go ahead and decide what you want to do.
So we know basically where Dork went. So I'm going to propose that we steal the horse. I'm going to use my ride ability to move the horse towards that area, and hopefully Dork can jump onto the backside. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
So you're moving the cart and the horse and the cart, or are you talking about detaching one of the horses?
No, we need the horses to support the cart.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you're moving the cart, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I lost internet for a second.
Happens.
Yeah. I'm actually on my hotspot, so.
So we're about to move the cart and try and like kind of go past the boulder, and we don't know what you're gonna do as we do that.
Okay, I was gonna try to jump on the guy beneath me, but I don't know where everyone's at right now.
I think the guy beneath is gone.
Yeah, she's gone.
So we're all on the cult. We have, since what you missed is we subdued the driver and got him off the cult, so we have taken possession of the cult. And you kind of, I imagine you, does he have a, I don't know, does he have a view of us from, can he see us?
Yeah, yes, he did see that that the driver's out. He can see that you are now in possession of the cart.
Sorry, I just presumed he could, I should have asked.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it began making the motion, like when it began moving the horse, so I presume that means I'll just tell the government, like, well, hopefully Doc sees us and jumps on, because I don't know what the hell else to do. Can't wait.
All right. So you move your cart.
You said we said ride would benefit, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 16 plus 20, so not a natural 20 though.
Okay, so you not in a lot of haste, but you are able to maneuver around the rock, only tipping the wagon slightly as you kind of go off center from the road because it's not level playing at that point, and you get around the boulder. Chris, Dirk, what are you doing? We're doing.
I see them. They're still having to go kind of slow. I would assume they're not going to like race around the boulder. Correct. So I'd like to say that I'm able to jump down, and I have a fast movement, so I get 40 feet.
Okay.
So
probably should jump on.
Yeah. So I'm still in the tree. So my plan is to jump down or like get out of the tree, and hopefully have enough time to get over to the road and jump onto the wagon. I don't know if I can do all that in a single.
Are you?
Single action.
Okay, so if you do an acrobatics, you'll be able to do that all. You know that if you try to climb down, it's going to take too long. So you.
Yeah. Exactly. God, my rolls are terrible. So that's a 12 acrobatics.
Okay.
At least I'll land on the ground.
Okay, so
I might lean over to Casman. I'm like, we're about to see something real special.
So you drop onto the ground and you twist your ankle pretty freaking hard. So you kind of have to.
Well, not a 1.
I didn't say you didn't break it, but you kind of twist your ankle, and you're able to kind of shuffle over towards the cart. Are you getting under the back of the cart, or are you getting on one of the horses?
You know what? How big are these horses?
So they're, like draft horses. So we're talking.
Pretend.
They're back about 6.
I mean, I don't know what size the horse is.
The ones from the beer commercials, so the backs of the Clydesdales, yeah. The backs of the horses are like 6 feet tall.
All right. You know what? I'll roll for handle animal and see if I can get on.
Okay.
Handle animal, or
it's going to be handle animal to not spook the not spook the horse.
Big money, big money, big money.
You're dead.
Jesus Christ. So that's a 3 plus a 4. Oh, wait. Plus a 4, so it's 7.
I just get to yell, just get on the damn court.
Yeah.
You keep trying to pull yourself up onto the horse, but you're so big that you're pulling the horse to the side. Every time that you try to get up, you pull the horse to the side, so it slows down everything that's going on. And the swordsman and the archer can hear everything that's going on now. You end up getting onto the horse eventually, in the course of like 20 seconds of trying to wrestle the horse. And you're able to then keep the cart moving off, but you did alert them. They are aware that you stole their cart.
Let's kick this bitch in the gear then.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and now that Dork is on the horse, I'm going to drive faster and speed up and get the fuck out.
Okay. All right. So you drive through, going to Middle Bay. As soon as Dirk got on the horse, you were able to get through pretty easily and able to move. They did, you could tell that they could see what happened, but they're not able to catch up with you. You then ride that road right back into Middle Bay, so you're using the same road that you were at before, and you arrive back at Middle Bay. You go to the dock from here. Where do you go?
During this time, I'm like stuck into the back, and I've procured a bottle of brandy.
You snuck. So hold on. So the back is locked.
You can't access it from the front?
No.
Oh. Well,
There's only one way to get in, and it is the back of the wagon.
well, shit.
There's a door there.
Is it a hard-topped wagon?
Yeah, it's a hard top.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's like a big wooden box.
Okay, well,
It just has.
if we're stopping somewhere outside of town or something, at some point I'd like to
I'm gonna
inspect.
roll for carpentry and sand through it.
What's that? Were you cursing someone? I'm sorry. What was that?
I'm gonna roll carpentry, my craft skill, sand through it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say let's just get off and get delivered. We're gonna get paid enough money you can buy some alcohol. As we get into town, I like to slow down the horses so it's not obvious and we just store them.
Okay.
You don't understand the concept of free.
Until
Dirk is
everyone acts
suspicious.
naturally as we stroll through town or roll through town.
Yeah. So as you go there, hold on.
So, just Dirk is suspicious about this. How do we know we got the right cargo?
The side of the wagon does say Tulian brand.
Okay,
If anyone
I
wants
didn't
to.
miss that.
No. Like I'm saying that. Like I'm saying that as since you said that as a character, I'm giving the chance of anybody to joke with you to say it's right on the side. Oh well, the joke.
Side of the wagon with your long ass body. Quickly read, or can you read? I actually don't know.
Yeah, hey jerk, not everyone can read. Hip. Hep, whatever.
This is not everyone can read. It's true. As we know from other campaigns we've done.
Entitled.
Yep.
Much.
All right. So they make fun of Dirk and point at the side of the cart. So you slow down and you're now going through the middle of town. It is late evening at this point, so probably around midnight. We'll call it midnight.
Let's go ahead and head to the docks so we can meet, get paid, and get the F out.
I'm all for that.
Okay. So you move to the docks with the cart. You see there are a handful of ships that are docked and ready.
And dock number 7, right?
Yep, dock 7 has a bandbreaker, a large pirate looks.
Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. So is there anybody that's like approaching this cart yet, or like are we like strolling?
So as you pull up, you see someone who comes off of the ship, walks down the dock, and comes to about a quarter to halfway down the dock.
Is it Dread Pirates Roberts?
He is wearing red, so I don't think so.
I'm going to go ahead and I presume the horse would not fit on would not be a good idea to go across that. Would
Yeah,
you like me
probably.
to try to handle the animal?
No, thank you. No, thank you. So I'm going to stop the cart and lean over to Dork and be like, "Could you keep an eye on this? I'm going to go up, but Can you got my? Yeah, do you have my back?
Are you asking me to guard this or walk with you?
Walk with me.
Yeah, we can walk this way.
So if that's the case, then I'm going to go to the back of the cart. And is there a lock on this door, or?
There is a lock on it.
I don't know. What is it?
So skill. Something.
Lock picking is not a skill that I have.
Okay, so
What do you do a lock?
dumb question, out of character. I purchased a greatsword. I don't have like a sheath or a belt that I've purchased with that.
I think it comes with it, doesn't it?
So I'm gonna assume that it's gonna come with the sheath, and I'm gonna assume that your normal clothing is gonna have a belt that will hold that.
Okay. I just grabbed the explorer's gear that's supposed to come with the first level.
Yeah, swords are going to come with sheaths, and if you don't have a belt, they would come with some type of harness.
Yeah, and you can have like a basic outfit that doesn't help you at all.
Okay. I just want to double check to make sure I don't just have to carry my sword around.
I'm just dragging it behind you.
Sorry?
I was just joking, saying he's just dragging it behind him.
Okay. How fancy of a lock are we talking here?
I mean, it seems like relatively complex. I mean,
Well, because like if I was, because you know how like with some locks where if you like apply a certain amount of like downward pressure, you can kind of like break it.
you could try, but that'd be a strength check.
Well, what I want to do is, so I have that extra gun, and I want to like use that extra gun like a hammer, and like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, I guess, improvised weapons at that point, right?
I have no idea. Never.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to go off the fly because you're not technically brawling with it. It's not a combat move.
Yeah. So what would I roll?
So, well, you know what? No, let's do a combat maneuver on that. That'll work.
Okay.
Because you know how to pistol whip things. It's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have pistols.
So is it just a 20 plus my CMB?
Yes.
16.
Okay, so you hit the lock. It loosens a little bit, and you hear some movement from inside.
Uh-oh.
There's some movement from inside. So I guess Clarabelle? Mirabelle, whatever.
Dick.
You don't even know her name.
I say something to Mirabelle. I'm like, hey, you wanna come back here for a second with your ears?
Rude. But I go round back and saunter over to help him out because I'm interested as well as what's moving in this cart.
Did you hear it?
I mean, I assume.
So, go ahead and roll a perception check, Maribel.
Okay.
And Casbin and Dirk do not hear. You could hear that stuff that they're moving around, but it doesn't seem very abrupt. Like it's not getting your attention.
Okay, I got 21.
21. Okay, so you did hear movement from inside, and you can hear just a slight bit as you were coming back to the back. You can still hear a little bit of movement, but it's quiet now.
So I do like a knock that's like to see if I get a response.
All right, so you don't hear any response.
So with this lock, since I got it to jiggle a little, am I able to pull it to see if it will open yet, or?
So you pull it, but it doesn't open. I mean, it feels like it's loosened a little bit, but you don't know if that means it's now jammed, or if there's another way around it. You have a lockpick kit, right?
No, I'm not a thief.
Yeah.
Or at least not that kind of thief. Can I hit it again?
You can.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
10.
All right, so you hit it again, and it moved, but it doesn't seem to have loosened.
Okay.
All right. And so I guess I don't know if Maribel wants to do anything, or if you want to move on to Dirk. Maribel, do you have any?
Josh, things it could do.
I could put
Pep.
I could put some gunpowder in it and light the gunpowder. But I assume that with alcohol, it's probably not a good idea. I don't know. Like, I've seen stuff like that where you put it in there and it doesn't blow things up, but I don't. I'm sure I'd be proficient enough in real, but I don't know outside of the game what I would do.
Do you want to try doing that? You're outside of the dock, so you're in view of the ship and everyone. Just throwing that out there, but it's your call, whatever you want to do.
I would suggest just leave it, but that's me.
Well, I'm gonna wait around. I mean, I'll leave it, but I'm still gonna wait there because whoever comes to inspect this, I want to, be like, what are you trying to pull here with this person in the back?
Would disable device do anything? But disable device is usually also used for locks. But I don't know if you'd need something to go with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you wouldn't be able to open it with that, especially in its current condition.
I didn't do it.
I see this rusted, twisted lock now.
Yeah, it's a little.
Well, I guess I'll wait.
So I'm just gonna wait there.
Okay. So on to I guess to Dirk and Casbah. So the man that came out of the boat, very dapper gentleman, comes up and asks you. You don't happen to have any brandy, do you?
Maybe I got some. But I'm holding it for Mr. Lug.
Well, I work for the Lug brothers, so I think you're the person I'm supposed to meet.
Do you have the payment set off to the side for the delivery?
As soon as I see the brandy, then I'll pay you.
Do you have the money with you? I can show you the brandy, but I don't want you running back to get anyone or anything.
So he pulls out a large bag that you can tell has more than enough to compensate.
Okay. I say, yeah. It looks like you're the person I'm supposed to see to make delivery to. And then follow me back over here. We've got the at the end of the docks.
How do we know it's not a bag of rocks?
All right. So he looks at you, reaches in, pulls out a coin, and throws it back in the bag.
Mm-hmm. So he has a bunch of rocks now.
Are you really testing me right now?
No.
Right, so he starts walking, and he walks kind of through you both towards the wagon.
I just want to make it very clear that I don't budge.
Okay. He's doing that, like I'm above you kind of like walk, like he assumes you're going to move. So he does get nudged by you, but he acts like nothing happened.
So on the plus side, if this was my previous character, I would have shot it by now. So
I was going to say, Chris is doing great. No one's being shot at. It's fantastic. He didn't start any rival gods or anything. All right, so he walks over to the wagon and nods at Pep.
I'm following him, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following him as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not giving him leeway or anything.
Oh, sure. All right, so he comes around to the back of the wagon.
While he's doing that, can I do a perception check to keep an eye behind me as well?
Yeah.
Okay. 12.
You don't see anyone. You're looking behind you?
Yeah, just to make sure there's nobody else from the ship coming towards us or anything like that.
You don't see anyone coming towards you. You can see that some people are on top of the ship, though.
Okay.
Can we see if they have weapons, ranged or anything?
So, yeah, if you want to roll perception, John.
I'll roll for that. Okay. Let me double check what my perception is. It is a 4. Cool. No, I've not rolled yet. That's fine.
Okay. So you're not rolling? I misunderstood.
No, he was checking what his plus was.
Oh, okay.
19.
19. Okay. You can see that the crew, there's a few on top. They do appear to be armed.
Can I confirm if they're actually aiming weapons at us, or are they just armed?
They're just armed. They're not aiming any weapons. One of them is watching. The others are just kind of going about their business.
That's fair.
So I wave at the guy. I'm like, hi.
So he looks at you like you're very beneath him, and goes up to the lock.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Goes up to the lock and starts to put the key in, and having a little bit of trouble moving it around and getting the lock unlocked, and just kind of frustrated and fumbling as he does that. So as he's doing that, sorry.
I'd like to assist with the lock.
Okay, go ahead. You do it.
Strength check? Sure, if I want to shoot at the attack.
I mean, if you could, you could do either one, really.
I'll do a strength check. I don't want to draw my weapon.
Try to strongman the lock.
Yeah.
Jesus gives me strength.
And that is a 12.
What's that?
Can we sort of have Cassandra roll for John?
I'm rolling a 12. Like it's not like I'm rolling 2s and 3s.
So you go to help, and it's not breaking the lock, and he's frustrated that you're trying to help, even though you are trying to help. As you do that, you hear someone from behind sneak up. You hear them cock a crossbow behind you, and say, "Just hold it right there."
I hold the lock. I'm holding the lock, and I look at it and I say, "Right here."
Right here. And so the person said, "Yeah, very, very funny. Just move aside."
Can I see what's going on since I'm not straight behind them still? I mean,
you can see what's going on, and he starts to back away.
who begins to back away?
The
wealthy guy?
The lieutenant wealthy guy, yeah. Starts backing away.
How far away are they? Is this person with the crossbow?
So he's now about 15 feet away.
The guy with the swag, was he backing away like he's like backing away to let an associate help? Or backing away like, oh shit?
Like it's definitely an oh shit. He's not acting panicked, but you can tell this is not his associate.
Okay.
And the person keeps aiming back at him at the same time, like kind of going back and forth as he goes up to the lock.
How far away from the water is he?
So about 10 feet.
I'm gonna roll for diplomacy real quick.
Okay.
14. I'm gonna say, is there a problem here?
The problem is that you stole a cart that I was trying to steal.
That doesn't sound like sounds like a personal problem to me. I don't see how we can help you with that. I think maybe go and steal the next shipment.
Sucks to suck, bro.
So he scoffs at you and goes over to and pulls out a lockpick kit.
I'm going to pull out my sword.
You pull out your sword?
Yep.
Okay. So
you guys go on with the rest of your night, pal.
you're going to have to do an intimidate at that point.
Can I do an assist on that?
Yeah. I'm gonna follow his lead and pull my weapon, pull my sword out.
And then, since he has a crossbow, I'd also like to pull my. I have the other pistol. I just kind of drop that one and I pull my actual pistol out. And I'm like, yeah, that crossbow, it's so fancy. Would you like to see? Would you like to see something a little bit better?
I know I want to intimidate as well and pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
I got a 17 on mine, Patrick.
And John, what'd you get? Or sorry, I should say, Dirk.
13.
13. Or,
Terrible.
I'm horrible at this. So,
11.
11. Mirabelle?
11.
So he looks at you like he's not sure whether or not he should continue because he feels a little threatened. And as he does that, the door busts open from the inside, knocking him onto the ground.
I just laugh at him and I'm like, now you know what it's like to be on my level.
And it's the guy who was with the crossbow that got knocked down, correct? Doesn't make
Yeah, correct. Yeah, the crossbow the guy's knocked down.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my sword at his throat to keep him down.
Okay.
And kick the crossbow away.
I'm gonna point my crossbow at whoever burst out of the wagon.
Short.
Short bow, whatever. Short bow. It's a short bow. I have been informed.
And I'm going to say, does someone want to explain what the hell's going on here? And look at the guy on the ground, and then the Swavy guy at the same, look back and forth between them.
You said a person popped out. Do we know if it's a guy or a girl yet?
So a halfling peeks out of the wagon and says, "I thought you guys would have stopped on the way. I've been waiting for you."
Is your name
And
Brent?
It's Schiff. So that is
Brandy.
right.
Said I would have preferred if your name was Brandy.
No, sorry, Casbin recognizes this is Schiff, Cass's character.
Right, God damn it!
We'll end on that.
God damn it. Good scene.
And scene. We'll do a cliffhanger there. You have, or I should say, I'll just stop there. Your full party is together now. The thief who was trying to rob you while you was trying to rob the thing that got robbed. Double cross, and we'll just leave it there.